Layla sat on the edge of the hotel bed, staring at the city lights through the window. Her fingers twisted the hem of her nightgown as she struggled to find the right words. She knew what Jamal expected, what he had waited years for, but something inside her just couldn't go through with it. Jamal. I can't do this tonight. Please, I just need some time. My head is pounding, my body is aching from all the stress. Can we wait? She said softly, avoiding his gaze. Jamal's heart sank. He had imagined this night 1,000 times, envisioned their bodies entwined in the bliss of finally becoming one. But now, standing before his wife, the woman who had insisted they wait until marriage, he felt like a fool. For 5 long years, he had resisted temptation, held back his desires, and honored her wishes. He had told himself it would be worth it. That the wait would make their first night unforgettable. Now, as she sat there, refusing him, all he felt was rejection. Layla, are you serious? I've waited so long for this moment. I was thinking about it all through the wedding. Please, don't do this to me, Jamal pleaded, his voice strained. Layla turned away. I'm exhausted. Just let me sleep. We have a lifetime together. One night won't kill you. Jamal clenched his jaw, heat rising in his chest. He couldn't stay in this room another second. Fine, he muttered, grabbing his jacket. I need a drink. And with that, he walked out, unaware that this night would change everything. Jamal tried to be patient. He told himself that Layla would come around, that she just needed time to adjust. But every night, for 3 weeks straight, she turned him away. Not tonight, Jamal. I'm just not ready. I feel so stressed. Please understand. Jamal, don't pressure me. It will happen when the time is right. Excuse after excuse. Night after night, he lay awake, burning with frustration and rejection. He felt more like a roommate than a husband. The love, the passion, none of it was there. His patience wore thin. Resentment simmered inside him like a fire he couldn't put out. Jamal found himself at the hotel lounge, drowning his frustration in whiskey. The sting of rejection gnawed at him, twisting his emotions into something dark and reckless. Rough night, a soft voice asked. Jamal looked up to see Amina, the bartender, watching him with a knowing smile. She was strikingly beautiful, her warm brown eyes filled with curiosity. You could say that, he exhaled, running a hand down his face. Amina chuckled. Newlywed blues. It happens. Jamal scoffed. Didn't think it would happen to me. 1 drink turned into 2, then 3. The more he drank, the more he forgot about Layla's cold rejection. Amina's laughter was intoxicating, her presence a welcome distraction. Before he knew it, they were living together, walking down the quiet street toward her apartment. The aftermath. Jamal woke up to the sound of his phone buzzing. His head pounded, and his stomach twisted with guilt. He was in Amina's tiny apartment, tangled in sheets that weren't his wife's. Reality crashed down on him like a landslide. He rushed back to the hotel, his heart heavy with regret. Layla met him at the door, her eyes red and swollen. Jamal, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was overwhelmed. Please forgive me, she whispered. Jamal clenched his fists, forcing himself to nod. He couldn't tell her. He wouldn't. He would bury the secret deep inside and move forward. But 3 weeks later, a phone call shattered his resolve. Jamal. I missed my period, Amina said quietly. We need to talk. Jamal's world tilted the moment he heard Amina's words. His chest tightened, and he felt the room spin. Are you sure? He whispered, his voice barely audible. I took the test twice, Amina said. I didn't know who else to tell. Confusion gripped him like a vice. He had spent years believing he was a disciplined man, a faithful man. Now, everything was crumbling. He avoided Amina for days, but the guilt gnawed at him. He started sneaking away, finding reasons to meet her in secret. When he finally faced her, he was a mess of emotions. I ruined everything, he murmured, burying his face in his hands. I married the wrong woman. Amina reached for his hands. Jamal, don't say that. It was a mistake, but we can't undo it. Tears burned in his eyes. I fought so hard to do things the right way. And now? I don't even know who I am anymore. She stroked his cheek gently. You're human, Jamal. You made a mistake, but you don't have to carry this pain alone. The warmth of her touch soothed him in a way he hadn't felt in weeks. His breathing became shallow as her fingers traced slow, delicate circles over his skin. He lifted his head, meeting her gaze, and in that moment, words ceased to matter. Amina pulled him closer, pressing her lips against his in a kiss that started soft but quickly grew desperate. It wasn't just about desire, it was about escape, about finding comfort in a moment of weakness. Their hands explored familiar parts, their bodies melting together as they sought solace in each other. Jamal let himself go, drowning in the pleasure, in the warmth of a woman who made him feel wanted. For the first time in weeks, he wasn't lost in rejection or regret. He was simply present, consumed by the fire they had ignited. When it was over, they lay tangled in each other's arms, silent but knowing. There was no turning back now. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more captivating content.